Hi, I just wanted to make a quick video, an update. I'm doing better. I just worked out. I don't have the heart problems like I used to, but I still have the breathing problems. But the heart pains come time to time, but not as bad as it used to, but the breathing problems are still here. I worked out my muscles. You know, when you usually work out, your muscles feel sore, right? My muscles do not feel sore. They're tense. That's not normal. They're not supposed to feel like tense when you're stressed out. When your body is stressed out, it tenses up. My arms are completely total tense up. Now that's for the update after I made that video. Am I getting better? No. Is the pain reduced? Yes. Now that's update plus my health testimony. I'm not making this up. I'm not doing this for views. I'm just telling you what I saw and how, and the high degree of those of us who willfully hated Jesus Christ and willfully disobeyed him and willfully hate our fellow man. Okay. It started off like this. I was descending underground. When I descended underground, there were people. They were screaming. You can feel the heat, but you couldn't. It was dark. Like Jesus said, outer dark. It was completely dark. You know when it's really hot, you see the waves? The heat waves? I saw that in hell, but there was no ground. But I can see it, like the way the heat waves just, like, it was like maybe 5 feet tall, or 6 feet or 7 feet. I couldn't tell, but it was really high. And there were people in these hooks. You know these meat hooks that you have in, butcher shops? Yeah, those meat hooks, but people were screaming. And majority of the people down with me who willfully rebelled, I knew these were the people who willfully rebelled, who willfully hated Jesus Christ. What I've noticed is that while they were hooked, I'm talking about like maybe up to 2 or 3 or 5 people begged for mercy. Like 3 to 5 people begged for mercy. But the rest were cursing him. Or not, they were staying silent in their screams of agony. Like they didn't want to give God the satisfaction of screaming for mercy. So they'd rather stay silent in their screams. And while this was happening, I also saw another person have a hook through their mouth, and they were dangling their feet. They couldn't move, but they were like stiff. They couldn't move, and they were dangling their feet. Trying desperately to like escape. And also these people were marked, the mark of the beast. You know what I've noticed with these people, these souls? Usually when someone has a hell testimony, the soul has the flesh. It looks like blood, but obviously it's not blood. There's no blood in hell because life runs through the blood. But us who have the mark, right? I saw someone, like their flesh was torn apart. In their ribs, it's usually bones. It did not look nothing like bones. Because when I saw this person's flesh torn apart, it was like Terminator Salvation, where they find out that this humanoid robotoid Terminator, right? It looks like a human, talks like a human, feels like a human, but it's not human. That's exactly what I saw. They looked human, but they were not human anymore. Like their bones were made out of metal, and their blood looked black, like the Nephilim. I'm not lying to you. This is what I saw. Their blood was black, and their bones were made out of metal. It was horrifying. And this is what's going to happen to me after I pass away. Those who have the mark of the beast, that's why they can't be forgiven, because they're no longer seen as human beings. Iron mixed with clay. That's what I saw. Literally flesh. Look, our flesh looked like clay, and our bones were made out of metal. And now this is the sad part for me. There were people underground being tortured by these devices. But there were no demons. When I saw the demons, they were like more like monitoring. They were like their arms were crossed and they were making sure no one tried to escape. But what I noticed is that demons were just looking at us being tortured. And what I've noticed is these devices were torturing us. But there were no demons torturing us. There were no demons. I repeat that. There were no demons torturing us. That's what I've noticed. There were no demons. I promise you, there were no demons. If they were there, I saw them just watching us, making sure we didn't try to escape. And when that was happening, I saw myself in hell. I was like this. I was crawling. My flesh torn apart. I didn't see blood. I was literally oozing black goo. When I was in hell, there was this device. It looked like it was like strings, right? But they were so sharp that they cut you. And what I noticed is that I was full of pride. And everybody else are trying to get these devices off them. They're trying to get them off them. They're not trying to get tortured. That's what I've noticed people around me when I was in hell. But I was like basically giving God the middle finger, and I was torturing. I grabbed the device and started torturing myself, tearing my flesh apart. Like I was trying not to give God this. I was so proud that I was like, nah, you're not torturing me. I'm gonna torture myself. That's how much I hate you. That's what I was doing, and I was literally torturing myself, grabbing the device, and the device, it was like a blade. It went through my face, and then the strings came out, and they just tore me to pieces. And that's what I've noticed with me. I was the only one who was torturing myself. That's how much full of pride I was. You're just like your father, Lucifer, Satan, the devil. I was too full of pride. I didn't want God to torture me. I wanted to torture myself. That's how full of pride I was. This is my testimony. I'm not making this up. I had this a couple weeks ago. I had this dream vision. I don't care. I had it. And I think this message is for my siblings who do not believe in this place, or you're willfully rebelling or planning to. You're my sibling in the devil. I'm going to tell you this right now. Our Father is lying to us. He does not want the best for you. You will not torture souls in hell. Okay? Our Father is a liar. He's not going to promise anything. Instead, you know what's going to happen? We're going to get the highest degree of punishment. It is written, those who try to seek and destroy me, I shall bury them in the lowest depths of the pit. That means we're going to get the high degree of punishment. And I just saw that. And our siblings right next to me who willfully rebelled. Don't think that you're going to be torturing souls with the devil and his demons. You're not. Don't forget that hell is a place of punishment where God releases his wrath, his judgment. God is not in hell. No, that's not true. You're removed from his good attributes, love, relationships, the life of children, animals, birds, all of those things, beautiful things, the sky, the sun, the moon, that's all of God. You won't have that. You will only have his wrath and punishment and pain. Those are the only attributes of God God's wrath that you will feel in hell. Our Father, Lucifer, does not want nothing good for you. He wants you to be destroyed. And I know that darkness feels good, but that darkness can only last for so long. Yes, that darkness. Wicked men drink water like iniquity. Drink iniquity like it's water. So I'm begging you, listen to me. One of your wicked siblings. Don't do it. It's not worth the agony and the torment. If Jesus Christ is telling you to repent and he's telling you to turn away from your sins, you better listen to him, because he's not playing. That man showed me, like, this is what I'm going to do to you when you die. And I'm going to warn I'm the rich man, and I'm warning you right now as my siblings, because I love you. I do not want you to end up in this place of torment. Do not be brainwashed by Billie Eilish and Bella Poarch, and I don't know what else artists doing music videos about being in hell, burning and dancing. That's not what's going to happen. Our siblings were literally cursing God, but very few of them were begging for mercy. That's how painful it is. If you hated Jesus Christ and had nothing to do with him, but yet you felt empty inside, and if you have this empty feeling, this disgusting feeling, guess what? You're going to feel that, but 10 times worse when you're down there with me. and Judas, and all those who willfully rebelled. I'm sorry to go off a rant. If your Christians are offended, I don't care. These are my brothers and sisters, or about to be my brothers and sisters. If they continue willfully rebelling, or believe false doctrine like annihilism and universalism, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. There isn't. So please, this is my warning to my siblings, and out of love, I'm telling you, out of love, like the rich man begging Abraham, Father Abraham, go tell my brothers that do not come to this place of torment. That's what I'm doing to you. I'm begging you, please do not take the chances, because our father, Satan, Samael, he has nothing good in his heart. You know, when we die, instead of demons taking us, it will be himself. Those who will rebel willfully, it will be the devil himself that will drag us down there. You think he's going to give you a kingdom? You think he's going to give you hell, and you're going to torture your family members? You're going to torture every soul down there? You're not. You're not Jesus Christ. You're not righteous. You won't have this satisfaction of torturing anybody down there with you. You're going to get tortured as well. You're not a Nephilim. But they have all this power. They have all this fun. Who told you these demons are having fun down there? Who told you that? You know demons are liars, right? They can fake a laugh. They can fake a false joy down there to make you say, ah ha ha, we're having so much fun torturing, while deep inside they're hurting and they want to die. Sorry, locked my door. I mean, Bill Weiss said that the demons are tortured, then they're like fractionally tortured themselves. Go watch Bill Weiss. He also says that demons are somewhat tortured down there while torturing people. If I can go back in time and warn myself and give me the wisdom that I know now, I know I would be with Jesus Christ somewhere. I would probably be under a bridge, but I would be happy eternally. That's all I have to say. Goodbye. Have a good day, night, or